Hey guys, let me tell you a little bit about today. It has been frustrating. I haven't had a frustrating day like this in a while. I just can't seem to finish a project. There's always like little things that impede me finishing, whether it's lack of knowledge or being stupid and making a mistake or simply not having the right parts to finish a job. Yesterday I changed the chain and got the chain on, but as soon as I started riding, my rear tensioner was clink, 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 clink. It was making this crazy sound. It was bad. My chain, because I kept my chain on too long, my previous chain, the old chain, it had elongated too much. And when your chain elongates, all the little cogs and things along your drivetrain, the teeth end up reshaping to accommodate the longer chain. So as your chain links start to spread, the cogs get worn in a weird way and it messes everything up. Let me preface this with the fact that although I ride a bike around the world, I'm attempting to do that, I'm not the smartest man. And I do make stupid mistakes, and I hurt myself through these comedy of error mistakes. And by me not changing my chain, I have given myself a whole new list of problems that I shouldn't have, because I should have changed the chain a year ago. A few of you out there, and I know you know who you are. You're watching right now, and you're saying to me through the video screen and through the comment section, see? Why didn't you change the chain? You know, why don't you do simple things that could make your life easier and instead create problems that you shouldn't have to deal with? But I am going to be the first one to admit that, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Everybody makes mistakes. And these mistakes are causing me great grief. Today I sat in the lobby of the hotel hostel stewing, just so frustrated because I worked so hard to get all these parts from Germany, and not all the parts came. Some things came from HP Velotechnik that I didn't even need. The headrest that I brought all the way that was sent from Germany was a wrong headrest. It wasn't made for the seat that I have. The stand-up assist ends that I got were not the same. The chain, they sent me a chain, and these chains aren't light. They're long chain. And so they sent me this chain. I changed the chain. They sent me a cog. For those of you that know, like, this is the cog right here. This is the cog for the roll-off speed hub. You can't remove this cog without 3 special little tools: a nut, like a fitted nut, and then a couple of like little bolts and things that are required in order you to freeze that hub so that you can unwind the spline. I have the new cog. I have no way to get the old one off. I started finagling and trying to figure out a way for me to get it off, and I'm honest here with you guys, and you guys are gonna think I'm stupid, but I didn't ruin the speed hub, but I surely didn't do myself any favors. Wasn't able to get the spline off. I take 1 step forward and then 4 steps back, and I'm just getting so frustrated. And then beyond this spline being a problem, these 2 tensioners, which provide a tension onto the chain, those cogs are totally stripped. Like, not stripped, but they've been reformed by the old chain. So when I put the new chain on, I think that those tensioners are key to the problems I'm having, but I also think that my cog... If you compare the original cog to the new one, here it is, like this, you can see, look at the shape of these cogs. They are literally worn here, worn here, worn here. And this cog is actually designed so that you can reuse it. I just have to take it off, flip it over, and put it back on. I could actually get it, but I actually have a new one, which I could put on, but I can't take it off. I was trying to, because the tool actually goes into these grooves here, and then allows you to take it off, and I tried to use a flat blade screwdriver and hold it, but then I started stripping these. It's not the end. I'm sure that if I can get the original tool there, I can get it off. It won't be a problem. But I surely didn't do myself any favors. After all of this craziness and frustration, I was supposed to leave today. It was a really nice day. In fact, the fog is here, which is nice because I don't get any direct sunlight. It's not rain, it's just a little fog. I think it would have been a great ride today. I would have been able to do a beautiful downhill and ride around, but instead, it's even a holiday out there, so there's people doing all sorts of festivities and stuff. It would have been a really great day to ride around. It would have been a really nice vlog. Instead, I've been sitting here moving so far forward, like getting the chain sized, getting the chain on, linking it together. I don't have I don't have all the tools I need, so I had to go to a machine shop and get the right tools. I don't have needle nose pliers, so I was using sort of like my own sort of stupid ways to get the chain link, the quick chain link off. Sort of half doing damage to the chain, nothing too bad, you know, but just really frustrating. I hate not having all the pieces that I need in order to accomplish the goal. Now I had to put the old chain on. If anything, I made things worse with all the like little, I cleaned things, which was good, but I've taken cogs off the tensioner and then I put them on. I tried to flip those around, that didn't work, and I ended up putting the old chain back on. It was weird because I had thrown the chain in the garbage and put the new chain on. As soon as I saw that thing, I had to pull it back out of the garbage. I tried to clean the old chain as much as I could. Now the old chain is on. I feel dumb. I feel really stupid. And I'm self-hating, you know, just really angry and frustrated, and I have made no progress at all. I would have been much better suited to have just cleaned up the chain the way it was, maybe cleaned up the cogs the way they were, and just said fuck it on replacing the chain. Instead, I replaced the chain, and then I had to replace the old one, and the trike is sitting here, you know, and my rear end tire is deflating. I don't know where it's deflating. I have no rim tape. And okay, cyclists, guys, I know, carry rim tape. You gotta carry rim tape. There's a bunch of you guys out there that on my Facebook group, and I appreciate all the help, so I'm not dogging you guys, but there's some people out there that cannot understand why I have these problems. They can't understand why I don't bring more stuff. You should have rim tape. You should have the tool to take this cog off, you know, but that tool is a little heavy, and you gotta carry that cog around with you everywhere for one use every 4 years, you know. Yeah, they were all my rims were taped up pretty good. It's the only thing I think that could be causing. I've blown this tire up and submerged it. I can't figure out where there's a leak in this thing. Really, really frustrating. This has been one of my more frustrating days. I literally sat in the lobby. I couldn't even edit, which is normally if I can't if I have a downtime, I edit. But because my downtime is only because I'm trying to accomplish and fix my trike, so I'm like, I can't edit because I need to be trying to fix my trike. But every time I try to go fix my trike, I make things worse. And then every time I make things worse, I quit and I take a little break where I'm just sulking. And I just can't sulk anymore because I gotta get on the road tomorrow. So now I'm back on the road with a lot of the same problems I had before. I'm about to go to Laos, and there's more mountains in Laos than you can shake a stick at. If I was in the USA, next day on Amazon, I could have the tensioner for $80 sent to me. I could have, you know, the cog removal kit sent to me overnight. Tomorrow I could have it, replace everything I needed, done, fine as wine. A lot of you guys out there that don't live, or that live in those areas, you take that for granted. Maybe you even have a house, a home base, where you can go and pull your trike in the garage and have every tool that you need. And I have to, you know, I have to carry whatever I think I'm going to use most around with me, and then hope that if I have a problem, that I can get the stuff that I need when that problem arises. And now I'm stuck. I'm actually going to be carrying the chain around and this sprocket around, extra weight, which is something I don't like, especially going up and down these mountainous hills. I got these two fenders here. Replaced the fenders because I wanted to have these, which are really great to have these like mud guards. But when the HP sent me the fenders, they didn't send me the hardware, so I actually had to use the old hardware and these rubber gaskets they had on the old hardware, but the gaskets now are hardened. They're not soft anymore, so I'm afraid that they're not going to provide the cushion, and maybe these fenders are going to crack because I don't have the replacement hardware for these. So, you know, little things like just making things more difficult than they need to be. I've been doing a lot of that breathing. I was able to fix my rear fender a little bit. I wrapped some electrical tape around these joints here so they don't rattle. If you remember my last ride, they were rattling like crazy because these brackets, although they were tight, the grip on these crossbars were not enough. And so I wrapped them with electrical tape, and now they're really, really solid. Hopefully that'll last quite some time. You know, some of you guys were even saying, you know, shame that your trike is so dirty. I'm on a mountain in Vietnam. There's no bike shops around. There's nothing. I had to carry all my parts with me from China to Hanoi, and in Hanoi I ported them here. And you know, I'm learning. I'm not the smartest cyclist in the world, and I'll be the first one to admit that. It's not going to stop me from cycling, but it sure does create obstacles that maybe a smarter rider wouldn't even have to think about, because they're like, you know, they know how these things work. And even you guys told me to take the chain off and replace it a long time ago, and I didn't. Why, you ask? Because I was caught up in the moment, and I kept on going and going and going, and never thought about the chain until now. And I was like, I want to get that chain removed. And I found out that the chain did elongate quite a bit. It's gonna make my life a little difficult. I'm gonna have to figure out how to order these parts and get this job finished, you know, the right way. I like to finish the job the right way too, you know. I end up finicking things, and I finick things up. Is that a word? Yeah, they're all finicked up. Waste of a day on a schedule that I cannot waste days. I have to push on and get to Vientiane at least before I can hitch a ride on a bus, and I might have to hitch a ride on a bus earlier, which is not something I was really looking forward to doing. I don't like to include automotive or fuel-powered rides on this tour. The whole point was to cycle everywhere, but I guess I can't cycle everywhere. Just wanted to give you guys a status update. Sometimes we get ourselves caught in we make stupid mistakes, and those stupid mistakes compound, and then all of a sudden you try and solve those problems that are created from those mistakes, and you open cans of worms, and it's just a comedy of errors. I'm amidst a comedy of errors right now. I'm hoping that the chain and everything, and I have no problems with it, and I don't think that I shouldn't have any problems, but I'm a pretty optimistic guy. But I did clean the trike. It does have the new fenders on it. I have a couple of little tweaks that I've made. By removing the tire, I was able to do the fender and clean up the cogs as best as I could. And I even tightened some things in the front that were loose and I didn't realize were loose. The joint in the middle of my trike that allows the trike to fold was actually loose. I could move both pieces of frame, and so I fixed that, which is a very easy fix, but if you don't fix it, it could cause you really big problems. So I actually helped myself with a couple of things. I'm gonna have to get on the road carrying with me an extra chain, an extra cog, and all this extra shit that should be on the trike and part of my tour. Right now it's just baggage, extra baggage. Even my front tires are good. The rear tire is important though. Anyways, I'm gonna fill the sink up inside and see if I can submerge it and see if I can isolate where the leak is coming from, or just replace the tire. I want to know if it's coming from the rim or if it's coming from some outer surface of the tire. Sometimes we all make stupid mistakes. We all, you know, you gotta own them and allow ourselves to make stupid mistakes and not get too frustrated by it. Getting a little frustrated by it is normal. I'm gonna end this video with like, if you don't, just give me a thumbs down if you think I'm stupid, and the comments. I don't even have to ask you to comment. You're all gonna comment about how you're ruining your speed drive. Your cog should have been replaced a while back. What are you complaining about? You're stupid. Some of you will support me, though. I know. Take it easy, guys. Bye bye.